Alrighty, you guys. So, this is the Charger video y'all been waiting on. This is part 1 of probably 2 parts. So, engine's in. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Subscribe if you're new. And, yeah, Dad's wiring back here because Dad burnt the car. That's not in footage, but hey. So, subscribe for more if you like Chargers. Next time this thing will be running, at the very least. If not driving. So, let's get into the footage. Been a month. Let's do this shit. What the fuck? What the? Mouse nest?
Are you sure you're up to all this?
Think maybe a bird was making a nest up in there or something? Or it ain't no mouse nest, it's like a bird nest or something. I mean, that's crazier than hell. That just, like, last couple of days. It's insane.
Alright, you guys. So, pardon my hair, but something you guys probably have not heard me say a shit ton yet. This car... Yeah, I'll be right back. This car was originally a 318 small block. I'm imagining, could have been 360, I guess, but I'm guessing 318. Now it has, I don't know, a 440 of some kind. Probably a, what do you think, 77?
I don't know, we're about to find out, folks.
So the goal is, me and Dad were talking off camera after we got in here. We're going to clean this engine bay up. We do not want to turn this into a Dart or a Skylark. Sorry, Cal GS. Well, this car just needs to be good enough to be on the road to be used.
Yeah, we want to drive it. I don't want it to not a rust. I mean, but at the same time, we can't just let the rust just be here. I mean, it's just going to keep rusting if we don't, you know.
No, eventually it's going to need new core support.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not worried about from here up, but from here back, we got to clean this up a little bit and shoot it with some hot rod blocks.
Once I decide tonight, or not tonight, but once I decide after I drive it that I want to keep the car, then I'll start looking for quarters, fenders, things to make the car nice. Because if I keep the car, here's what I want. The car, I want to be a Burno's clone. Burno's is a TV show that ran from like 2004, 2005, 2006 on that to like 2015, 2016 about a spy, Burn spy. He drove one of these. He drove it was his dad's. He drove a 73. It was black.
His dad wasn't a good dude.
Yeah, his dad was a bad guy. But I want to make a clone, somewhat of a clone. I'd like to be black. I don't want to change the interior. Their cars had white interior. I don't want that. So that's probably Jacob. So.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, you're good, man. Whatever you gotta do.
Alright, I appreciate it, man. I just want to let you know it.
Fine. I'm sorry I didn't text you back sooner. Let me drive it home.
Oh, I ain't worried about that. I just want
But yeah, you're good.
to let you know it's back here, man. I mean,
Yep, you're good.
I appreciate you, Jacob. Thanks, man. Talk to you later,
All
bud.
right, see you.
Later.
So the car is never going to be that kind of car, but if I like the car, I'm going to build it like that.
We're kind of believers when it comes to cars. They don't have to be nice and shiny, but there's one thing that I personally don't like. What is that?
Rust.
Rust. I don't like rust. I mean, I don't care if it's got shiny paint, dents.
Here's things that I know for sure if we decide to build a burn that's put on the car. The car is going to need quarters. At least that side quarter right there. It's going to need fenders. At least that side there. The door's going to be fixed. It's going to need a rocker. But yeah, so. Right now, Dad's trying to build Saginaw box off.
Why isn't he popular? Well, if it's not because of his obnoxious personality or extremist views, it's probably because everyone likes
The goal of this car is just to take it in 5 days. See what you can accomplish in 5 days. At, you know, nighttime working on this, because Dad's got other things he got to work on during the day.
just as bigoted as Stan.
Still gotta eat, folks. Good small block pump when you need one. Not that we don't have 20 of them laying around here, but.
Of course, those two jerks are the only contestants. Stan is having the most fun he's had in years.
The car does have a 9 1/4 rear end, which should handle this. I mean, they're fragile, but they're not fragile.
Did you say you want to put a 48-inch under it? So
I
run
was
right?
thinking 9 inch eventually.
I'm just fucking with you. I'm not a Ford guy. I'm a GM guy, but I like all cars. So.
I mean, the good news is the guy before us, you guys, this car is full of parts, like full of fucking parts. The guy has a wheel and intake, which I'll be putting on this one. Bunches of parts, new in-box parts. I mean, so that's nice. Whoever had this for us cared about it. The car hasn't been on the road that I can tell since 2010.
2018.
2010.
2018.
Apparently, Dad can't read the right year on that window.
Well, no, I'm double blind.
I do have a 71, 72 highway headlight bumper if anybody wants it.
It's not like someone shot an experimental beam into my head.
It's not
Why
gonna
do you
be,
say that?
huh?
Careful how you word that. Got that wrap? That's all.
It's not gonna be cheap because I have everything for it. It's not in bad shape. I let it go probably for $50-100.
Stan is ecstatic until Brett explains that the Lord kicked him down to hell and he's now dedicating his life to worshiping Satan. Even though Brett's in league with the devil, Stan is
These are not going to be fun to put on. Okay,
liberated Brett's house and called
Came to that tripod behind you, so I put it right here so they get full use since we're gonna be working the sides.
We're moving, folks. Coming your way.
It'd be great if he could shut up and keep the police to himself, but no, he's got to commit multiple felonies just.
Ah.
Right there. See if I hit it.
No, it's not broken. We don't want to get it broken.
You got it. Fucking mind, dude. Missed.
Now it's not broken. I don't want it, but
Yeah, that's one hell of a listen to this. Listen to this thing.
Were frightfully fast, being so swift that even men on horses were not safe. He also wrote how capturing
Alright, you guys. So, a lot of GMs had this. Chrysler apparently too. This is actually,
it's steel gear, but it's fiber coated.
it's got like this plastic
Polymer on it.
coating. So, ooh, there's a Chrysler Insignia. Ooh.
But this right here should tell you that this motor's got miles on it, but it's not extremely high miles. This is an original gear. And even if it's got a lot of miles on it, it was maintained well. I mean, look at that shit. I mean, normally this shit's all busted up and cracked and fragile. But it's still pretty solid. I mean, shark tooth as hell. I mean, it's fucking, they're all fucking, but.
Has another fucking 500,000 miles on it.
I mean, that's just more proof that it's not such a high mile engine. This is gonna be a good motor for this car. I mean,
So it's still a turd.
power wise, but that can be remedied. Some headers eventually will warm it up.
So, don't throw that. My parts washer, we'll keep that, you know. That part probably worth
No.
$1,000 one day.
Right, numbers matching shit. I'm just fucking.
Nope, that's gonna go in the straight. I mean, my heart parts hoard. I mean, my fucking junk pile. I have never had a cam gear just slide off. That one actually just like slid off and slid on. So now the next step is I'm gonna get this chain off here, off his engine. I'm gonna start cleaning the block a little bit. Like, I'm not gonna go extremely perfect with it, but I just want to get it to where panel stick. And yeah, I gotta put timing cover back on, water pump back on, and all that stuff to, well, the water pump housing to paint this. So. Time to get these old motor mounts off and start pulling these old plug wires off. And yeah, stay tuned. Time lapse. Alrighty, you guys. So I'm not filming a bunch of the cleanup on this. So Dad, we're getting ready to put this new pickup in now. But Dad was going to clean this one up and put this one in.
I was wiping it off. Look at this. This was in the motor like this, folks. Think maybe it had some oil pressure issues?
Can't believe that the
And there's wrench marks on it.
Look at that.
out already.
And there is wrench marks on it. Look at that. That thing was about to fall out of the fucking motor, dude. I'll go pull it out now. Shit. Alright, well.
But the guy before us had ordered a brand new one, so.
That pan had never been off. I mean, it might have been off like a long time ago or something, but look at that, folks.
One is just sitting there on the.
I don't want nothing to happen to it. It's still good. It's clean. I wasn't even gonna worry about changing it until I grabbed it and it's fucking loose. It's got a little bit of crap in it, but not a lot.
He said the guy bought this right here.
Make sure it's the same one, same length. Like getting up to play and all that crap. That's a lot of work for an engine like this. Listen, folks, if you can put your engine on an engine stand, that's the way to go. I mean, doing it like this, the old-fashioned way, is dangerous and it sucks, man. It's so much harder than it has to be. But that would require separated from transmission, blah, 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 blah. What the hell are you doing, man? See what I do with, folks? I mean, if you had to work like this, dude, you gotta probably kill yourself. I'm telling you, man, he's a nerve-wracking place. I'm just joking. Don't tell him I'm joking. No. I'm just fucking around. I want him to think he's the nerve-wracking motherfucker ever lived.
Dad, if you keep talking shit over there, you're gonna find yourself sleeping outside tonight.
Never give your kids too much credit, dude. You don't want them to have too much self-esteem.
No, instead you want self-esteem issues and fucking
Okay.
mommy and daddy issues.
Hell yeah. It's the only way that I roll.
So he bought this brand new pan gasket, which I would recommend not having it kinked. That's me. This one will be wiped out, but it's the same pan. How you guys tell Chrysler oil pans? There's, for one, there's a part number here, but there's also a big giant number here. And you run that number and I'll tell you what this pan is for, where it fits. So this is Charger. This is the best. It fits many other cars. I think it fits New Yorkers too. I think they're all open.
I got here. Hold this. I got news for you, dude. These are two different pickups.
Looks like the sun's back really good.
What the fuck did he order one for? Are the sumps in different positions? What in the fuck?
Hold on, folks. We'll be back with you in a minute. Take 5 here.
Yep.
It doesn't or does?
No. Alright, you guys, so I had to go pick this up. I did have to go buy this. This is a gasket kit. Part number's right there. Actually, so you guys can see it. Part right there. It's a timing cover gasket, water pump gasket, timing cover seal. Everything you need. Fits 7270, the 68, and the 66, 63, 59, 57. 66 is your 400. I do know that. I think a 72 is your 440, or maybe a 70 is. I'm not too sure on that one. But yeah, it's all in. There's your part number. By the way, no auto parts store out of fucking like 10 stores in my local area had this in stock. I had to order this in. That's nuts. And Dad's like, well, these cars aren't been produced for years. Yeah, well, this is a simple fucking part you think that an auto parts store would have. Ain't that right? He's not paying attention.
I don't know.
Well, Dad's fighting the timing cover. Gasket, here's our gasket.
You any perspirants by swamp.
Fighting anything, homie.
48
So,
hours.
we're gonna put that on here. Stay tuned. Alright, you guys, we got a lot more cleaning to do. Timing cover's cleaned up. These valve covers are some old Pontiac, old Big Block 400 valve covers. And I just keep around to paint things. They've actually got paint on them, just so that way you don't paint up your chrome valve covers or these black ones that I might put on this. One's right here.
Eric
something
Theodore
like that.
Cartman, quite
So,
possibly.
bring you
the
guys
most
back with the oil
inventive
pans on it, and we're
character
finished
in
cleaning and we're getting ready to
fictional
paint. And Dad is doing this nice job of cleaning this engine for me.
No, I know about, but you know what? Some of the HOAs.
Then start with crap.
every week.
All right, you guys.
Never buy.
So what we're doing right now is we are in the process, well, I'm in the process of
I'm telling you,
swapping out these right here. We already got one out. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna loosen our loose torch bar.
Shit on the front.
Which runs right through that. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna loosen this one up, and hopefully we can pivot this down enough to swap out that bushing, those bushings. Put y'all on time lapse. You guys can watch. So we got the roll pin out. This right here. This is what holds on a Mopar. You can use a nut and a bolt. I've done it. But this is what holds your steering column coupler to your pump. Is this little doodaddy right here. So what I had to do is I tried. Alright, you guys. So now it's the time that everybody wants to do this shit. They always want to 415 their frame, make their frame nice. Me, not a big fan of doing this type of shit. Especially when it's unibody and you have to lay underneath the car. Very painstaking. So here's what we're going to use. We're going to get underneath here. We're going to wipe it down with reducer, whatever the fuck, acetone, whatever you want to use to just clean the frame. That's what you want to do. Then we're going to use Por-15. This stuff is fucking expensive, but if you're going to be doing lots of cars, then pay the $200. It's like $250 and buy a gallon. Just because we have done like 3 frames and we still have this little thing of Por-15. This is actually in Sublime Green paint can, but this is what I'm going to start with. Then if I need more, we'll move on to this. So from here all the way to underneath the hood is going to be Por-15, just to keep any contaminants, anything like that. The main thing is rust from eating the car away. So again, stuff is very expensive. $250 is not cheap, but we've used it multiple times and it's done awesome work. So with that being said, go get yourself some Por-15. You can, if you're putting it to nice clean metal, then you'll need their degreaser and their metal prep. If you're putting it straight to rust, you don't need none of that. You just need to make sure that you need to hit it with a wire wheel or something just to get the to knock off the dirtiness of it and get it down to actual rusty metal itself, and then paint it on. Well, what we use to paint on are these. You pick these up at your local hardware store or pretty much anywhere. These were like 50 cents, and you get various sizes. You get various sizes. So you can get that, and that's what we use.
Is there a drag paint up here?
Hang on. This one.
Yeah, that one.
Now what I want to say is, do not think for 1 second this is not going to be a messy job. Unless you're doing a bare frame, like something like a Suburban or a truck or a GM car, then it's going to be very messy. And even when you're doing it that way, it's messy, but keep in mind, you're going to be laying underneath here. So you're going to want a respirator. You're going to want some iPro. Even if you're wearing glasses, you still want some iPro. And you're going to wear something you do not care if this shit gets on. Put some gloves on, because the shit's a bitch to get off. So I'm actually going to throw a long sleeve shirt on to do this, because it's just, it's a bitch. So yeah.
You guys transportation gear real quick.
So bring us back underneath the car.